Okay, welcome back in. Just one game to report from Sunday as the Toronto Maple Leafs played host to the Utah Hockey Club. Logan Cooley would kick things off in the first, getting his fourth goal of the season from Genther and Sergachev, 17:48 of the first period. In the second, Mitch Marner would tie the game up at 1, getting his seventh goal of the season from Tavares and Tanev, 5:15 of the second frame. Still in the second period, Marner would get his second goal of the game, his eighth of the year, a power play goal from Minton and William Nylander, 9:34 of the second period. Just about a minute and 16 seconds after that, William Nylander would increase the lead to 3-1, getting his 14th of the year, unassisted, 10:50 of the middle frame. So despite the fact that the Leafs were down 1-0, they got 3 goals after that. In the third, just the one goal to report, Jake McBain would cut the lead to 3-2, getting his 7th goal of the year, assisted by Cooley and Keserling, a minute 51 into the third period. So that's where we'd stand at the end of regulation. And now we'll take a look at the standings, as I do with pretty much every video, as long as I'm up to date. Okay, so I'll move that over. There, now you can see the win column, the loss column, the overtime / shootout loss, and the points. I do apologize if this thing is sideways and crooked, but I'm just doing the best I can. So with the win, the Leafs are still in first place in the Atlantic with a team 6-2. They have 28 points. The Florida Panthers are 12-8-1. They have 5 points, 3 points behind the Leafs. And the Buffalo Sabres are back in the top 3 of the Atlantic Division with a record of 11-9-1. They have 23 points. In the Metropolitan, New Jersey's back on top of their division with a record of 14-7-2. They have 30 points. The Carolina Hurricanes are right on their tail, though. They have a record of 14-5-1. They have 29 points, just 1 point behind. And the Washington Capitals are 13-6-1. They have 27 points, rounding out the top 3. The same 2 teams that I've been talking about for a while in the wildcard are the New York Rangers. They are 12-6-1. They have 25 points, 2 points out of the third spot in the Metro. And the Boston Bruins are 10-9-3. They have 23 points. If they happen to win their next game, they could obviously overtake that third place with the Buffalo Sabres. Rounding out the rest of the Eastern Conference, the Tampa Bay Lightning are on the outside looking in with a record of 10-7-2. They have 22 points, just a point behind the Bruins. The New York Islanders are 8-8-5. They have 21 points. The Columbus Blue Jackets are 9-9-2. They have 20 points. The Philadelphia Flyers also have 20 points. They have a record of 9-10-2, so 1 more loss than the Blue Jackets. The Detroit Red Wings are 8-10-2. They have 18 points. The Pittsburgh Penguins also have 18 points with a record of 7-12-4. The Ottawa Senators are 8-11-1. They have 17 points. And the Montreal Canadiens are still at the basement of the Eastern Conference with a record of 7-11-2. Off to the Western Conference, as we have the Winnipeg Jets, who are still in first place, but their lead in the division is definitely tightening up. They're 17-4-0. They have 34 points. The Minnesota Wild are 13-3-4. They have 30 points. So they're only 4 points back of the Jets. And the Dallas Stars round out the top 3 with a record of 13-6-0. They have 26 points. In the Pacific, the Vegas Golden Knights are 13-6-2, still there in first place, 28 points. The Calgary Flames are just a point behind them. They are 12-6-3. They have 27 points. And the Los Angeles Kings are 11-7-3. They have 25 points. 2 teams in the wild card are the Colorado Avalanche. They have a record of 12-9-0. They have 24 points. They're just they're just 2 points back of Dallas in the third place. And the Edmonton Oilers are 11-9-2. They have 24 points. They're just a point behind LA for third in that division. And the rest of the Western Conference looks like this. Vancouver Canucks are 10-6-3. They have 23 points. They're just a point out of a playoff spot. The Seattle Kraken are 10-10-1. They have 21 points. They're currently 3 points back of a playoff spot. The Anaheim Ducks are 8-8-3. They have 19 points. The Utah Hockey Club also have 19 points, but their record's 8-10-3. St. Louis Blues are 9-12-1. They have 19 points. The Nashville Predators are finally out of the basement of the Western Conference with a record of 7-11-3. The San Jose Sharks are 6-12-5. They have 17 points as well. And the Chicago Blackhawks are 7, 12, and 2. They have 16 points. All right, that's going to take care of Sunday's recap. I apologize, from the National Hockey League season. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative as well. Until next time, and as always, take care.